Good morning, Hustle Nation. Today, we're kicking off Black Economic Empowerment Week with best-selling author, certified financial educator, and founder of the Black Billionaires Club, Evan ERGJ Jefferson. This show is going to be what we like to call lit, ladies and gentlemen, meaning financially lit, because Evan is a certified financial educator and teaches people really how to build wealth. So if you are here for that, then make sure that you stick around. And we're going to go ahead and not belabor the moment and go ahead and get this show underway. So make sure you comment in the chat where you're from, drop the name of your business and or your brand, and smash that share button. People, let's go. Yo, what's up, Ultimate Hustlers, and welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, the business podcast for the entrepreneur of the 21st century. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. Our goal is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how the world's greatest hustlers build amazing brands, scale their businesses to incredible heights, sell more, make more, and create mass movements that impact the world. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned vet or you're sitting on the sidelines with aspirations to one day unleash your inner hustle. This show will provide the insights into how pure grit, determination, and hard work has morphed into some of the most iconic brands and personalities, and how they are moving the culture forward. You'll get a mix of solo shows featuring yours truly, as well as interviews and content from other hustlers that I either know personally, or I've learned from, or whose grind I've come to know and respect. And you'll also get exclusive recordings from our membership called Monetize My Life Academy, which you can check out at monetizemylifeacademy.com. That's a program where we go live every month with some of the best hustlers on the planet, sharing best practices on how we all can explode our brands with advanced branding and marketing tactics, business development strategies, and financial game planning necessary to build the empires we all desire. Again, that's at monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you like today's episode, chances are the hustlers you're connected to will like it as well. Share it with those in your network. And when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks. Yo, what's up, Hustle Nation? Welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur from MonetizeMyLifeAcademy.com. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already registered for the Digital Product Bootcamp coming up tomorrow, make sure you go ahead and comment keyword Bootcamp so I can get you that link to get yourself registered. I'm going to show you 7 different ways to turn your knowledge into digital products, how to market and sell them, and of course, how to deliver them on autopilot. Comment keyword Bootcamp if you are interested in that class. Just $47, ladies and gentlemen, and you will be able to build a business and a brand around your gift, talents, and special abilities. Go ahead and comment in the chat where you're from. Let us know the name of your business and or your brand. If you're building something amazing, we want to give you a business shout out. A couple quick announcements before I bring on my special guest, Mr. Evan ERGJ Jefferson in the building today, certified financial educator and best-selling author, founder of the Black Billionaires Club, coming up in just a moment. So a couple quick announcements, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a single mother and you want to improve your cash flow, what is the best way to improve your cash flow? You got to understand how to get it back from Uncle Sam. You got to understand how to get it back from the banks, pay off some of your debts. You got to understand how to then leverage that money to build wealth via investments. And you've got to understand how to add another stream of income to your household. And I have a special program that I want to partner with you on, and I'm offering 50% off the original startup cost of this program. Comment single mom, or if you know a single mom who's looking for an opportunity to add a stream of income to their household, make sure you tag them in this episode as well. Talked about the bootcamp tomorrow. Make sure you comment keyword bootcamp if you want to get registered for that and learn how to turn your knowledge into digital products and income. So let me, without further delay, bring on my very, very special guest. He's a good friend. We've been rocking together for the last 6 years on a similar mission to empower our community economically. He's a best-selling author of the book. Let me go and get my book. Hold on. Wait a minute. Because I got this special autograph signed copy. He's a best-selling author. He is the founder of the Black Billionaires Club, and he's a certified financial educator. And he's been on a mission to empower our community for a very, very long time economically. And he's doing an amazing job with the programs that he offers. So without further delay, let me introduce to some and present to others my good brother, Mr. Evan Jefferson. How's it going, brother?
What it do, man? What's going on with your brothers, man? Thanks so much for having me here back on the Cortez Hustle Show. You know what I'm saying? All we do is win, no matter what. What's up, brother?
That's it, sir. So really quickly, man, before we get into your story and everything about who you are and what you got going on, I like to kick the show off with a quote of the day. And if you got a special quote that you would like to share, then please feel free, or you can chime in on this one as well. But today's quote of the day: successful people are willing to do what unsuccessful people are not, regardless of whether or not they like to or not. I think people get it twisted, Evan, that when we do things that unsuccessful people won't do, they just automatically think we like to do that stuff. No, man, we ain't gotta like it to do it to get the results. I remember when I was a young man, I would drink strong drink, poison, literally poison. I didn't like the taste. I was going after a particular effect. Same way with my success journey. I don't necessarily like doing the things to be successful that I do, but I'm going after a particular result. So, Evan, do you have a special quote, or do you want to chime in on that one, my brother?
Well, I mean, the one I was thinking about was very similar, you know, that I'm willing to do what others are not willing to do so I can live a life that others can't afford to live. And that's from Les Brown, for very similar quote that you have there. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know, when you have an end goal in mind, when you have a life that you want to live and enjoy, you want to live your best life, then it does take some things. This does take doing some of the stuff, or the mundane stuff, or the dirty work, right, in order to get to that diamond. So some people, they don't want to go through the dirt to get to the diamond. You know, I'm all about that diamond life. So it is what it is. It's just when you know what you want, and you know what you know the type of life that you want to live, then there also are some what we call prerequisites to get into there. It's just like going through high school or college. You got to go through some prerequisites to get to the stuff that you really want to get to. We don't want to do all that, of course. We don't take all that. Like, what does that got to do with this? And why I got to take all these classes to take that? We don't want to do that. But that's the pathway that is required, the prerequisites to get to your ultimate major, you know, thing that you're looking to do in college. So it's very similar in the rest of life. You know, prerequisites, there's levels to this thing.
Yeah,
you gotta feel yourself approved, man.
Yeah, and you do not have to like it, ladies and gentlemen. You just got to do it if you want to be successful.
Well, it's not. It has to get done. You don't necessarily have to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you learn systems, it's just got to get done. So long as it gets done, you know, regardless of who does it or who you pay to do it or whatever the case may be, you know, it's my responsibility to make sure it gets done.
Absolutely. So that is the quote of the day right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by the Black Billionaires Club. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want ongoing, continuing training on how to build wealth, then I put the link in the comments to join the Black Billionaires Club. All you gotta do is click on that link and go ahead and get yourself signed up. And if you get yourself signed up during this show, then I've got a special blessing. I'm gonna send you a free vacation voucher just to show love to my man Evan. And I'm a part of the Black Billionaires Club. I know the value that you're going to get, but I want you to see for yourself. So if you click on the link and you join the Black Billionaires Club and come back and say, hey, I just signed up, then I'm going to send you a special blessing as well. So now, man, we got to get into the main meat of this thing, man. Tell everybody, who the heck is Evan ERGJ Jefferson?
Well, I'm actually a certified global financial educator at this point. So I've moved beyond the borders of the United States, And I now have, I now have students in Australia, Nigeria, Ghana, Canada, Germany, and some other places. All right. South Colombia, South Colombia, Colombia, South America, Colombia, something like that. But anyway, so I'm certified global financial educator. I teach in a niche area of investing, and then I break that down more into stocks and cryptocurrency is what I currently specialize in. But within the group, we have other people that specialize in other areas of investing. So it's basically our main focus is to learn how to make our money work harder for us than we work for it. And I tell you, your money will work hard for you. It'll work harder for you than you actually work hard for yourself. And so it's a pathway to financial freedom. It's a pathway that Mr. Warren Buffett said, if you don't learn how to make your money, if you don't learn how to get your money to work for you while you sleep, you'll always be working for it. And so we just take the path and the journeys for those that want to get to that space, to teach them how to do it and support them along the way as they find the desires of their heart in whatever area that they want to do that. And we just keep growing from there. But I will say, as I put more energy into teaching, and I want to teach for everybody, I believe that as a village, we should be teaching. We don't have a lack of money. We have a lack of knowledge. We perish for lack of knowledge. And how do we get that knowledge? By having more teachers. And I believe that everybody has a special area that they can teach, and that will enhance the whole village. But unfortunately, many people don't step into the teaching space to train, to teach, to coach, to mentor. Everybody's trying to, I'm not going to say everybody, but I can go on. But that's what I do. I'm an author, wrote the book, Black Billionaires Club, that's turned into a movement. And it's a study of black wealth. These are people that are still alive today. It's going to actually be a history book when they die, but it's a living testimony right now. And we'll be working on book number 2. Once we fill out, we got like 8 copies left. Once we sell out of this, no more print of this particular book, we move on to book number 2 or version number 2 for the for the new, I guess this is a new decade or something like that. So,
gotcha. And talk a little bit about that, because I think a lot of people miss something like this that says, if you want to be wealthy, you got to study wealthy people. It's not hard. They say success leaves clues. And so 2 things, man, studying successful people, and you always say wealth begins in the mind. Talk about how we can help people get to that wealth mentality first, so that they can start executing on the actual wealth building.
Yeah, it's about tapping in, man. You won't know this available unless someone comes into your life and at least tries to knock you upside the head. But it starts with wanting better. You have to actually want better to then start to attract better and to see better, right? So if we don't have that inkling in our spirit that things can be better, or things can, or that I can increase my income, or that I can acquire assets, we don't have that desire, then those opportunities, although they're around everywhere, you'll never see them because you're not attracting them to you. But once you get the want, then the good Lord starts putting angels and people across your path to be able to satisfy that desire that you have, which hopefully turns into building wealth for yourself, your family, and the community. But once you get to the want phase, once you get to the want phase, like seriously wanting it, it's one thing to have lip service. It's another thing to have a desire. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people can repeat what other people have said, but it's another thing to have it in your heart. Like, man, no, you know what I'm saying? In your heart is this thing called resolve. And then once that happens, good Lord starts to put people around your path. He starts to put books in front of you. New television stations, all this stuff. Like, oh man, it turns into a whole new world. But I tell you, be careful, because once you walk into this whole new world, it brings on some whole new emotions. This emotions you know what I'm saying? You was numb to it before. Now it hurt a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it hurt not only fixing your own problems, but then it start hurting because you start seeing the problems that other people are dealing with when it comes to this thing called lack of money or lack of resources, which really there is no lack. It's just a lack in your mind.
Gotcha. I absolutely love that. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys know that we do a question of the day. If you respond to the question of the day, then you will be entered into a drawing to win a free vacation. And the question of the day for today is, if you could get paid for doing anything else other than your current job, what would it be? Right? Evan talked about we all have special something that we could teach. And that's the reason that I'm doing a boot camp. I want you guys to know how to get that out of your mind and get it into a digital product of some sort, so that you can not only market and present it and create passive income for yourself, but that knowledge is actually going to bless somebody else. So, question of the day: if you could get paid for doing anything else other than your current job, what would it be? And I always put QOTD so my team knows you're answering the question of the day, and that's how your name gets entered into the drawing. So where did you begin, Evan, with your journey? When did that strong desire, that fire kind of ignite in you, brother, that led you down the proverbial rabbit hole to start seeing that, hey man, there is greater out there, and I can not only can I go get it, I'm going to go get it.
It's unlimited, brother. It is unlimited. You know, I think I've always had the inkling. I think for many entrepreneurs or many people, and it may never, at that point, it wasn't even entrepreneurship. It was like, I probably can't cuss on this show. I can do my own dang on thing. Yeah, I can do my own dang on thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a problem with, you know, my issue was I'm a genius. I'm just to let people know. Sometimes you just gotta let people know I'm a genius, right? So me being told what to do, when to do, how to do, when I was actually, what was happening I was at a Fortune 500 company, and I would do my work, my 8-hour work, I would get done in 2 hours. So now I'm bored. The rest of the day, I'm bored, trying to stay up, trying to figure out some stuff to do, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't going to take on no more job responsibility. Y'all ain't going to pay me no more. Now y'all can get at somebody else. I started participating in stuff at the job, you know what I'm saying? Extracurricular stuff and stuff like Toastmasters, stuff like that. But during this time, I kind of found, you know, my skill that I was doing at the job was something that I could relate to in other areas. I was a capacity planner, which basically meant I just basically looked at charts all day and then told them, you know, when to hire, when to fire, you know, stuff like that, when to put people on the phone, all that good stuff. I took care of all their workload. But then I realized, man, wait a second, I'm over here basically forecasting in a sense. What else could I forecast? You know, then I ran across this thing called the 401k. And I started seeing that, wait a second, this thing got data. It's got, you know, history, 4-year, 5-year history, 10-year history. It's got projections and stuff like that. And I was like, wait a second. And I started seeing it was tied to this thing called the stock market. I said, wait a second. So then I started being interested in learning more about the stock market. I had already had a seed. My dad, you know, he would say stuff about it, but never really taught me. And so I went to a seminar, and I realized that this stock market thing is something else. You know, I was already with a Fortune 500 company. I got their stock, and I just started diving in, learning what I didn't know. And I want to tell people, you know, like, it's what you don't know about money that's hurting you. It's not what you do know. What you do know got you where you are. It's what you don't know that either going to get you to where you want to be, or, you know, at least you'll arm yourself with some information.
Wait a minute. Before you go on, you talk kind of fast. I'm going to need you to rewind that and repeat. It ain't what you know about money. Give it to him again.
Yeah, it's not what you know. What you know about money has gotten you to where you are. All right. For most people, that's broke, busted, and disgusted because they doing what they know. Right. They say if you know better, you'll do better. That's not true either. But it's what you don't know. It's what you don't know. The reason why many of us work so hard for money, many of us put in the 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours, because that's what we've been taught. Work hard. I'm telling you that is such a myth. Right. Yes. Work, you know what I'm saying? Be, you know, study to show yourself approved. Go to work, put in the effort. I don't work hard. I don't. I work smart. My money works harder for me than I work for it. So at this point, I literally, man, listen, this is being honest. At this point, I literally work 1 hour a day, 7 days out of the week. That'll be 7 hours. It's 168 hours in a week. So I work 7 hours out of my week. You know, you heard about a 4-hour work week. I got a 7-hour work week because I work 7 days a week, 1 hour a day. And that pays for the rest of my week. So now I'm like, what do I do with the rest of my time? And this is what millionaires, billionaires, and stuff like that, this is what they deal with. What am I doing? The money is easy at this point.
Right.
What do I do with my time? You know what I'm saying? To keep myself from doing stupid stuff, because idleness is the devil's playground.
That's right.
That's why I got to keep myself from doing stupid stuff now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that because no one really talks on this level. Like, listen, it's not about working hard; it's about working smart. And once you learn how to get your money to work for you, the money takes care of your bills. The money takes care of the stuff that you want to buy. It takes care of the food that you need to eat. It takes care of your shelter. It takes care of the car that you want to drive. All that stuff. Just don't do stupid stuff with it.
Right. Yeah. And I just posted a quote on my personal page just before we started the show that says a guy named Alvin Curry, a very wealthy gentleman who I was blessed to be in his presence for a number of years. He said, if you work hard for every dollar you get, that's a sign that you're financially illiterate. And when people read that, they often get in their feelings. But no, what does it say? If you work hard for every dollar you get, that means none of your dollars are working hard for you. That is a sign that you're financially illiterate. So we've got to get to our 1 minute motivation here on the Cortez Hustle Show, Evan. And this is where part of the show where we really just show a 1 minute motivational clip. I am big on personal growth and self-development. I try to help people understand that everything you consume is personal growth and self-development. It just, you have to decide which way you want to grow. I can watch a video like this, is going to help me grow in a positive direction, or I can watch a bunch of other foolishness. It's still helping me grow and develop. It's just helping me grow and develop in the wrong way. So give me one of your takeaways from this video, and I'll give a couple of mine. Audience know, give me one takeaway in the comments as well. This is 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show.
I want to introduce y'all to this very simple concept. It's a very simple concept. If you want it, you gotta go get it. It's time to stay focused. It's time to decide clubs, partying, trying to fit in and socialize, rub elbows with everybody so people can stop calling you weird. Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you not clubbing? Like every time I text you and invite you to go do something fun and cool, you always studying. Because I'm trying to get it. The more weird you are is a reflection of how committed you are to focusing on your molding and shaping and developing your ideas and your craft so that when it's time for you to make your rounds, you gonna fly. You still got work to do. Stay on that basketball court. Stay on that football field. All the homies texting and calling and trying to make you feel bad about being so focused. It's grind season, homie. It's not about today. It's about the future. You do the work now. And all of the shit that you could ever want to do for your family, your kids, your loved ones, it's all going to be on a whole nother stratosphere.
This suffering, this sacrifice you're making is an indicator of progress. It's an indicator of obsession. It's an indication of progress towards our dreams.
Hoo-wee. So I love to give it to the people, but Evan, give me one or two takeaways that you picked up from that quick 1 minute clip.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely say one of the issues that I coach people and stuff just like you is most people don't have a true desire or goal that when we talk about going to go get it, that means you have something that you want to go get, and most people can't define that. All right, they just say I want to go get it, but then that's just so vague. Like they leave the world and they leave the universe and all the helpers that are around them. They leave all their soldiers, you know what I'm saying, standing there befuddled because you didn't tell them exactly what you wanted to go get. So we get trapped in these hashtags. We get trapped in these things that sound cool. Just do it. All that stuff. Just do what? Right. It is not a thing. Like, what is it that you're trying to go get? What is it that you are going after? What is it that you're building? And the more crystal clear you can define what that is, the sooner it will get to you. The sooner you will attract it, the sooner you'll get your instructions and your downloads and all that stuff so you can actually taste and see that the Lord is good.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I think decision is one thing that we have a problem with is just decide, because we're always trying to make the right decision. And really that's another form of procrastination, right? I heard it said that most successful people don't always make the right decision, but they always make the decision right. Right? It's like, hey, I done decided that, like you done decided you're gonna get into this crypto game, and you decided to make that the right decision and make the most of it. Most people are refusing to decide, period, not realizing that that's a decision. The other thing that a lot of us, the word obsession has taken on a negative connotation.
Yeah.
But man, listen, how obsessed is LeBron James with being the best in the world? How obsessed is Elon Musk about getting us to Mars? How obsessed is Jeff Bezos about creating $1 trillion company, right? You have to be obsessing over your dreams and goals. I'm obsessed with building a multi-generational empire. I'm obsessed with building a media company that's going to rival Ted Turner and Walt Disney someday. You have to be obsessed. And if you got people in your life telling you that they got a problem with you being obsessed, then you might have to redraw your circle. So that's 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by the Black Billionaires Club. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the premier wealth building and accountability group for those who want to build massive wealth and be supported, get strategies and ideas, get the right teaching, the training, and the education to make that happen. And it's led by none other than our good brother here, Mr. Evan ERGJ Jefferson. So you talked about being a genius. And I love that, because I too am a genius. And I ain't afraid to say it, and I ain't afraid to execute on it. But so many people are afraid to declare the gifts that God has blessed them with. Do you have any inclination as to why that is? Why would someone have a problem stating their genius?
It's all conditioning, man. Here's the biggest issue that I see, and I've been tackling lately, is just that in the clip, he talked about being weird. We have a problem being weird, right? And that problem is simply because innately, our conditioning says, do what you can to fit in.
Right.
Do what you can to be liked. Do what you can to be friends with everybody. But in doing that, we basically squeeze out of us this other part of us, this other piece of us, which is curiosity, creativity, and even genius. So while we're fighting to fit in, the genius is actually fighting to get out. So in essence, it's like this, brother. Our whole life, most of us, has been to actually stay in the box of every parameter, from every organization that you've been a part of, every church you've gone to, every university, every club. Is all about fitting in, because that one person that is like, they call him devil's advocate, or the one person that's kind of brash, they kind of they like, we don't know if you fit in, and we call it being like-minded, but that's not it. That's not being like-minded. You want me to be like you, not just have a mindset similar to you. You want me to be like you. And so everybody's walking around conforming, right? It says, be not conformed to the world. You're in this world, but don't conform to it. Everyone's conforming to some status, or some status quo, or some organization, or how they flow and how they operate. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, so to speak.
Right.
Well, what about when I'm not in Rome?
90% of the time, I'm in my own head.
Yeah, what I'm not.
Right.
So what I tell people is this, and I'll leave this with your peeps. This is a very, very valuable lesson. What makes you common to others, the man, the woman, the club, the organization, what makes you common also nets common kind of money. What makes you common nets you, because there's nothing that differentiates you from the common person next to you. But it's what makes you uncommon. In other words, your strengths that you begin to cultivate, and you decide that I'm going to focus on my strengths. I'm not going to necessarily be friends with people, but I'm going to focus on what makes me different.
Right.
That's hard for people to do, because now the light starts shining on you.
Yeah.
When the light starts shining on you, are you ready for the bright lights? Are you ready for the stage? Are you ready to be not only be the show? Are you ready to be the star of the show?
That's right.
And so for those that are watching here right now, I want you to put in the comments below, if you're watching us here live, I am the show. You see, I've gotten to a place, brother Cortez, where I used to feel like I had to dress a certain way to be accepted in certain crowds. I had to talk a certain way. I had to walk a certain way, especially being a young black man. Now you're gonna get this dashiki.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Now I no longer have to enter the room. The room comes to me. It says that a man's gifts will make room for him and put him before great men. It didn't say his money. It didn't say his look. It didn't say his appeal. It didn't say his clothes he had on. It said a man's gift. And your gift is what sets you apart. Your gift is what's uncommon. Your gift is what's extraordinary. And so if you want to get to the uncommon kind of money, the extraordinary kind of money, the special kind of money, the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious kind of money.
That's right.
You need to I would encourage you to cultivate your gifts.
Yeah, it's that difference, man. And people really, really miss that because in our society, we've been taught to be better than. No, you don't have to be better than. Just be your different self, right? Who could say that the Big Mac is better than the Whopper? Nobody. That's all an opinion. But what we can say is that they're different. McDonald's fries theirs on a grill. Burger King flame broils theirs. They're different, and they stand on that different, right? And a lot of times we are unwilling to stand out, brother, and that's why we can never be outstanding. So I really appreciate your approach to a lot of things, and I want you to speak to this. And it's kind of been the underlying theme this whole time, but I want you to speak directly to most of your money, if not all of it by now, is passive in nature, right? Why is it so important that we go after not just the money, but how we make the money? Why is that critically important?
Man, that is critically important for a lot of reasons. I'll first say it's critically important for your stress levels. For your stress levels, right? A lot of us stress out because of the lack of money, or we get the money and then it's gone. We get it on Friday, it's going on Monday. So there's stress levels. But when you can wake up every day and you got, got some change, or you got a check, or you got a dividend, or you got something that came in, you waking up to new money. Just from going to sleep. You go to sleep one day, you wake up the next, you got new money. Yeah. And then that becomes like super exciting. Like, wait a second, I did that. Let me see if I can do that more. I mean, that's something you want to do more. I mean, I want to wake up every day, so some new money. But for your stress levels, when we fix the money problem, I mean, how many of the issues in our society, or just in our home, our household, and the divorce rate, whatever, are tied to this thing called money? Yeah. So I'm like, man, fix the money problem. Another thing is taxes. You get different tax rates based upon how this money comes into your storehouse. So, so if you want to keep more of your money, you begin to structure your income in a way that you can keep more of your money to being able to use it for whatever it is that you want to use it. Then I would also say collateral. Let me tell you something. When you got money, a whole bunch of doors open up to you that you've never seen in your life. Because they know that you know what I'm saying? It's something about it, man. I don't get it. I mean, it's like a character thing. It's like it just a whole new world opens up to you that wasn't available to you before. Because why would it be? Why would I go talk to somebody that has poor habits and is poor, right? About opportunities in order to grow money when they haven't fixed their mentality, and of course that means that they haven't fixed their finances. Yeah. But when you're a person that has done that, you're seen differently. You walk differently. You operate differently. You even actually read stuff before you sign it. You know what I'm saying? You got something to lose, and I'd rather deal with someone, Cortez, from a standpoint of going into business or something like that. I'd rather deal with someone who has something to lose than someone who doesn't.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's big. That is so huge. And the other thing people don't realize is that the energy, and like you say, when your stress level goes down, one of the reasons we can't see opportunities is because stress is covering our vision, right? But
Yeah.
then when that stress level goes down, you have the ability to see, but then you start vibrating on a different level, and those opportunities are literally attracted to you, right? Because of your vibration. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother conversation. And I know a lot of people are waiting on us to get on this crypto thing, brother, and I can't let you go without getting on the crypto thing. But one more thing that before we go there, that I got to have you touch on, because my whole mission is to build generational wealth, not for me and my family, because to be quite frank, brother, if I didn't have a wife and a kid, I would be in somebody's wood somewhere living in a tree off the land and would be worried about none of this stuff, right? But now I understand how the money game is played, and I know that I can build an empire. So I want to build it for me, but I also want to build it so that I can teach other people how to build it. And you're doing that in a way that is special for the community. But you recently put your sister up on game, and you recently put yourself in position to be able to take care of your mom. Man, talk about how special that feels for you.
Yeah, I mean that's big. It goes back to the village mentality. If I'm a certified global financial educator, but I'm not even teaching my own family, then I feel like I'm hustling backwards. Because this is a part of my lineage. This is a part of me. And so my sister I had a birthday. I called her. At the time, I didn't even think about it. I was just calling and say happy birthday or whatever. And then I thought about it. I said, I have to have this conversation, just see what's going on in her life, younger sister. So then I hit her back. She was with it. Her mindset seemed to be right. I hit her back. And I just told her, I just gave her some instructions. I said, hey, I'm about to send you $100 cash out on her cash out thing. I want you to use that $100 to go buy Bitcoin. I sent it to her. She did it. I said, okay, I can work with her. Because some of your family members you can't work with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Can't work with her. So then I said, okay, that's that. Because I've been blessed, man. I'm telling you, we get to a point where when you get to a certain point in wealth and income, it's hard for you to spend your money. It's hard for you to outgive God. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So now I'm trying to find ways to do stuff with the income that's coming in. You see what I'm saying? So then I shot another text the next day. I said, okay, now that you did that, boom, go take these classes so you can get this free crypto over here. And then I'm gonna send you another $100. Again, it's her birthday. Send you another $100. Now you go buy 50 Ethereum, 50 in Litecoin. She did that. I said, now that you did that, you're gonna get another $10 because they're gonna pay you $10 because you made an investment of $100. She got that $10, I got $10. And then boom, she off to the races. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I sold a seed. And I said, don't touch it, don't even think about it, whatever. You can add stuff to it. We can still do some lessons and stuff later on. I invited her to join my group. She joined my group. And so that's it. And then my mom, my mom just went through knee replacement surgery. But thank God I've been on this journey, for 6+ years where it ain't nothing but a thing. Because the money ain't the problem. Right. Now, getting her to get up and walk and make sure she strengthens her knee, that's the problem. But, right. You know what I'm saying, anything that need to be taken care of at the house, whatever, pipes bust, whatever the case may be, boom, it's done. Like, you know what I'm saying? So let's just get healthy, Yeah.
Love it, love it, love it. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already answered the question of the day and you want to be entered into a drawing to win a free vacation, we do our drawings every Wednesday at noon Central right here on these very stations. The question for today is, if you could get paid for doing anything else other than your current job, what would it be? See, we all got gifts, talents, special abilities that are, Evan already said it, that will make room for us at the top. It's the gift, right? But we're running away from our gift to chase a dollar. And if we just applied our gift, the gift would lead us to our purpose. And where our purpose is, there also is our provision. So we've got to understand to leverage the gift. That's why I want to invite all of you guys to the Digital Product Bootcamp going down tomorrow night, $47. You get 7 different ways to turn your knowledge into digital products, how to package, present it, how to sell it, market it, how to deliver it on autopilot. Because I know a lot of you guys got jobs, so you don't need to be fulfilling. We got systems, automation, that stuff will take care of itself. You just have to be willing to make the initial investment. Put in QOTD, then your answer. That's how we know to get you into the actual drawing when you answer the question of the day. Brother, let's get to it, man. We got 20 minutes left. Help your brother understand where this crypto game is played, where it's going, what's going on in the whole crypto world. I had my girl Latanya on Deloach a couple shows back, and now I got you. Let's talk crypto, brother. Let's first understand what it is first, and then let's talk about
I don't necessarily want. I take a different approach. You know, what I mean? I think you just simply just Google what it is. If you really want to know what it is, I think you should take yourself. I want to build the case. Understand what's been going on. Because like I say, if you want to be wealthy, you study wealthy people, right? But you study what wealthy people do, not just what they say. Okay. Yeah. So let me give you 3 quick examples real quick, and a 4th example of of what convinced me. And I'm not here to convince anybody. You know what I'm saying? You're going to use your money. You do what you want to do with it. You figure out what you want to do. And then if you want to learn some stuff, we got classes and stuff like that. You come in and get to the whole how to or what to and all that stuff. I deal in application. That's what I do. That's what makes me special as a teacher. I deal in application. I show you how to get to the money.
That's why I call you the executioner, brother. That's right. What you do. You execute.
So now if we go back, we remember I was here in this seat probably 4 years ago, I think, right? Saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, this crypto thing, this Bitcoin thing, when it's about $1,500, y'all might want to just grab you a little bit and just see what happens. Anyway, we're here now. So what's happened recently? Well, you have this brother named Elon Musk, who just happens to be the richest man in the world now. He keeps battling back and forth with Jeff Bezos. He had this little coin that it's called a joke coin. It's called the Dogecoin, something like that. He would always, put his tweets out and pump that thing up, him, Snoop Dogg, and they'll go back up, go back down, whatever. But all the while, he was doing something different with his money. He was acquiring Bitcoin. So just recently, I think 2 weeks ago, $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin was acquired by Elon Musk's company, Tesla. And he's still talking. He's still tweeting. But what is he doing? Oh, we got a brother named Jay-Z. Oh, Jay-Z. Jay-Z and a brother named Jack Dorsey, who happens to be the CEO of Twitter and the CEO of Square, which has Cash App, which obviously you can also buy Bitcoin through Cash App. They just teamed up to put together a $500 million Bitcoin development fund. So then I said to myself, wait, a couple things came from that. Number one, what the hell are they developing? What are you developing? You know what I'm saying? It's a development fund. What are you creating? I think they create some type of ecosystem. But then I said $500 million is what you gave. This was the investment in Bitcoin. So I said, wait a second. If you're giving up $500 million in Bitcoin, well, how much do you have? So I said, I went back with Jay-Z and Bitcoin. I tied it back. 2014. He will put out. They did some type of concert, him and Beyonce, and they were saying pay us in Bitcoin. He's been acquiring Bitcoin since 2014, at least. Jay-Z. Go figure. Square, Jack Dorsey. Not only does he, is he a fond of it, but he's, you obviously can buy it through his platform Cash App. Jack Dorsey just connected with another brother by the name of Lamar Wilson. In case you don't know him, Lamar Wilson is on Clubhouse and has created the largest black Bitcoin clubhouse thingy on Clubhouse. Jack Dorsey has now partnered with them because they're looking to help create Black Bitcoin millionaires. This is what's going on. Now, of course, that's what's going on now. What got me convinced was I'm in the hood, by the way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't straight telling, but I still stay in the hood, still trying to buy the hood up, still trying to level the hood up. I'm always going to remember where I came from. When I'm in the hood, I go to the hood mall, right? And I cross the street from the hood mall, go to the hood gas station. I go to the hood gas station to go buy some hood stuff. And while I'm in the hood gas station buying some hood stuff, I look around, I see 2 ATMs. One, take my Visa, whatever, in case I need to get some cash. The other one, this was 4 years ago. And it's still a whole bunch of more. It had Bitcoin on it. I said, wait a second. If the Asian man, the Chinese man, the Jew man, and whoever else, if they over here bringing ATMs for transactions of Bitcoin as vending machines, by the way, if we're trying to get in that in BBC, we're trying to go get our own Bitcoin ATM because that's going to be handsomely rewarded.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if they are doing that, and I know them to be some pretty savvy financial people, just generally, just culturally speaking, that's all I needed to see. Once I saw that, once I saw that, I said it must be a thing. There's no way that they're gonna be investing in ATMs to make transactions of Bitcoin if it wasn't a thing. And that's what got me into, let me dive into this thing. Let me go acquire something. Let me learn what I can about it. And then I'll teach what I learn. And that's what I've been doing for the past 4 years for the most part. And there's so much people don't know. People don't know how to transfer stuff. They don't know how to sell. They don't know how to get their money. They don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's so much to learn, but it's basically, in my opinion, it's a disruptor to the financial industry, the evolution of what we call money. And others would say it's the future of finance.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Guys, I put the link in the comments. If you want an intro to cryptocurrency class offered by my good brother, Evan, ERGJ Jefferson, then all you got to do is click on that link to get yourself enrolled in that class. And when you show up in the class, make sure, hey, man, I heard about you on the Cortez Hustle Show, because that's what we do, guys. We are trying to bring the information. And do me a favor, man. I always say this on every episode, and I think, I think I say it because I want the show to blow up, and I do. But I'm so serious when I say this, Evan. We can no longer afford to hoard information. If you have not hit that share button and you are sitting on this stream and you are sucking up all of this knowledge from the good brother and you're hoarding it and you're not sharing it with your timeline, then shame on you, man. Smash that share button. Answer the question of the day if you want to be entered into a drawing. If you could get paid for doing anything else other than your current job, what would it be? Put QOTD, then give your answer, and that's how you get entered into the drawing. So with Bitcoin, those are some great examples, because I believe too in watching what people do versus what they say, because our good friend Dave Ramsey says one thing, but he's doing something else, right? He's saying this, but he's actually building a business. But he's not saying go build a business. He's saying you cut up your credit cards, right? That's a whole different thing. But I love the way you watch what these guys are doing. These are multi-billionaires and billionaires and multi-millionaires making moves in this space. I'll tell you one of the things that confuses me a little bit. You got the Bitcoin, and I know you got Ethereum, you got Litecoin, but then you got all of these other coins. Are you educating on all the other coins as well? Or is there a top 10 list or something like that? I know you're going to go through all of this in your class, but, just kind of help us understand on a basic level.
Yeah, so on a basic level, we can call it basic, but I don't even know how much people understand about the stock market. I compare it to that. It's like a medium of all these different things connected, but there is a top 10 list, right? There is a list that shows, and that top 10 is based upon how much money is flowing in that particular currency. Bitcoin has happened to have been out first, and it's the one that was adopted. And it's the one that has has a lot of value, intrinsic value enlisted in it. So that's the number one coin. It's been out for a while. I think Bitcoin just hit $1 trillion market cap. So we think of it for a market cap, that's in the market, capitalization in the market, or penetration into the market. And that's $1 trillion is about like Apple. You see what I'm saying? Like Apple as a company is about $1 trillion in market cap, and Amazon's about 1 point something trillion, and now Tesla is up there, right? So now we're talking about the amount of money that the anchor of that capital is this asset called Bitcoin. Well, there are other coins that have market caps, and it's based upon their market cap. So Ethereum is the second most valuable coin, right? We call it value. Everybody putting console value. It's the most valuable coin. It's got the most money tied, the second most amount of money tied into it, flowing through it day to day, buying and selling and stuff like that. Buying and selling is just simply, basic economics. If there's way more people that want to buy it, then the value of said thing will go up. There's more and more people that want to sell it, then the value of said thing will come down. That's basic economics. But then you start moving into other coins. Litecoin is in the top 10. Tether is in the top 10. Dogecoin, I believe, may be close to the top 10. If it's not, I think it is in the top 10. But each one of these coins, the realness come into study, right? Now, here's the thing. you can't study all of them. Here's the problem. The problem is there are over 8,400, 8,500 coins now, cryptocurrency coins in the market. So I literally, I can spend, if I spend one day, a day a week, a day, every day of the year studying cryptocurrency, I'd pick one a day. That's 22 years I'll be still studying cryptocurrency while they're still creating more coins.
Right, right.
So I try to tell people, like, just find somewhere where you can get in. You're going to miss a whole bunch of opportunity, but you're going to find a whole bunch of opportunity. There's plenty of opportunity over here. Some people want to go to the penny crypto, right? Just like they want to do penny stocks. You know what I'm saying? That's where they want to spend their time studying and trying to figure out the next big thing. So be it. Hey, you can be the Tim Sykes of cryptocurrency, right? I stay over here with the Dow Jones, the top 10, top 30. I'm over here the Dow Jones, right? I just stick over here. You see what I'm saying? So that's that connection there, because I feel like, hey, they got all the money. It's going if Bitcoin go down, everything going down.
Right.
Okay? so I'm gonna stick with the Titanic, and then I work my way to other stuff as I learn more and I read about another one. And I start to understand its value to the marketplace. Biggest thing is, what problem is it looking to solve? What problem is it looking to solve, and what industry is it looking to disrupt? Once I determine that, then I can determine whether it's something I want to hold, or in my case, I do a lot of trading. I'm just flipping properties. You know what I'm saying? I'm just flipping. I go in, I buy that thing low. It look like it's a little messed up. I go fix it up real quick, and it's worth more later on. I sell that thing, and I just rinse and repeat over and over again. That's my right now money. So what I'm doing in the cryptocurrency space, I'm getting rich right now money, and I'm also over on the other side, I'm building wealth for things that I'm gonna hold long term. So I'm playing mixed doubles. That's what I'm doing.
Gotcha. So talk a little bit about that, because that's another thing that I think there's a barrier. So you, just like with any industry, just like the stock market, just like with real estate, you got your buy and hold people, you got your contract flipping people, you got your traders, or so break down those, at least those three levels when it comes to crypto, right? You can buy and hold something, you can actually trade, right? So talk about that real quick before we get out of here.
Yeah, so buying and hold would be, where you find an asset that you believe over a long period of time is going to have greater value 5 years, 10 years from now than it has today. And so you might invest into that for its use case and say, okay, well, I'm just going to hold this because I believe that this is going to be the thing that really, this is going to be the new Amazon, so to speak, or whatever. And then you have, that would be buying and holding, finding something of greater value. You pay, you find it, you say to yourself, man, wait a second, I'm only paying this, but it could be worth this much. As you quantify whatever that problem is they're looking to solve, and if they solve it, you betting on them solving the problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're investing in them actually penetrating and solving a problem of some sort, right? Just like a business would, just like an individual would, right? If I'm investing in you, Cortez, I'm saying, okay, he said this is what he's going to do, and I actually believe he's going to do it, so I'm willing to invest in him because what'll come down the pike is going to be a greater return than what I invested today.
Right. Gotcha.
Trading is going to be, well, it's shorter term. Like, hey, it's not necessarily about what it does and how it operates and all that stuff. It's more so, is there enough momentum or volume? Am I getting it at a good price? And can I get out of it fast? Right? The fact that if I could jump this thing up, this thing pops off 10%, 15%, 25%. I'm in it, got it at a good price. A lot of momentum coming behind it, in parts for volume. Other people are interested as well. And I can get up out of that thing, get my 25%, and I live to fight another day, and I just find another opportunity on down the road. So trading will be looking for opportunities where you pretty much either buy, for the most part, you're buying low and you're looking to get out of that thing. You're not looking to hold it. It's just some short term, like GameStop and like AMC. These are just boom. I get a big return real quick and I get out and I find another opportunity.
Gotcha. Real quick, man. I always like to give my guests an opportunity to what I call freestyle. Right, because as someone who is really getting serious about this media space, and I'm so serious when I say I'm building an empire that's going to rival Disney and Ted Turner one day, I don't always ask the right questions. So freestyle is your opportunity to take 90 seconds and tell the people anything that you want to tell them based on something that I did not ask, we did not cover, that you kind of think is important for them to know. So 90 seconds, brother. Hit them with a freestyle from ERGJ.
Man, just real quick, life, how we perceive things is how things are for us. But it doesn't mean that that's how it really is. It's just how it is for us. And the more we can adopt change and accept it, and then change ourselves, then the better we can actually get to wherever it is that we want to go. And my freestyle just comes from the mentors that are poured in me, and I hope that you have mentors. I hope that you find people that you will be willing to listen to, and you allow them to pour into you, and then you allow their thoughts to be your thoughts. My good Lord says this: my thoughts are not his thoughts, my ways are not his ways. And so now I'm trying to condition myself, and that's the big thing I want you to take from this: condition yourself. Right? I'm gonna save myself. I'm gonna condition myself. I'm gonna do all these things for myself. It says, man, change the things that give me the wisdom to accept the things I cannot change. But what I do know is give me the courage to change the things I can. I can change myself. And so I decided to change myself. I decided to put on the armor of God and began to start to read what he's saying, and then start to try to think like that, and then try to act like that, understanding that there is no limit, right? There is no limit. My mentor said to me, he said, "How much money are you gonna make this year?" I said, man, I'm trying to shoot for $500,000. He said, "Is that what you worth?" I said, "Hell no, I'm worth way more than $500,000. He said, "Well, why'd you say $500,000? He said, because I looked at what I made last year and I figured I could double that. He said, "Well, shoot, well, who told you couldn't make $1 million? Who told you that?" So I'm still breaking down these limits that I have in my own head. And because I choose to find people who are smarter than me, who have been places I want to go, I can follow them and be in their shadow until I get strong enough to break out and create my own.
Love it, love it, love it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are listening to and learning from the great ERGJ, Evan Jefferson, founder of the Black Billionaires Club, best-selling author of the book, A Study of Black Billionaires, also by the same title, The Black Billionaires Club, and certified financial educator. I put 2 links in the comments from Brother Evan Jefferson. If you want to join the Black Billionaires Club, that link is in the comments. If you are trying to understand cryptocurrency, that link, the intro to cryptocurrency, is also in the comments. So make sure you guys check that out. Real quick, I always give my answer to the question of the day at the end of the show. Question of the day is, if you could get paid for doing anything else other than your current job, what would it be? I'm doing it right now, guys. My passion is to empower our community economically through financial literacy with an emphasis on entrepreneurship. Guys, if you don't understand anything else that Evan has got going on, he's got 2 things going on. He's a practitioner, so he's building wealth doing what he does an hour a day, 7 hours a week, right? But then he's also leveraging his intellectual capital, turning that into intellectual property. So he's building another asset and another way to create passive income. And that's what I love to bring to our community. How can you be a practitioner and build wealth in the most efficient and economic way? And how can you then leverage your intellectual capital, turn it into intellectual property, and build yet another asset? And that's what the Cortez Hustle Show for me is. It's an asset that grows more valuable every episode. And that's why I'm building a digital media empire that will rival Ted Turner and Walt Disney someday. So that's it for the Cortez Hustle Show. You guys want to connect with Evan? He's ERGJ_Enterprise on IG, but it's best to follow him at ERGJ Enterprise on Facebook. Join the Black Billionaires Club, get into the intro to cryptocurrency class, and you will not be disappointed. Ladies and gentlemen, until we talk to you guys next time, we want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.